Thank you for joining me. I'm starting a new experiment, new for me. You see these little stones that I taped to the bottom of this plastic container. I'm going to try to make a silicone mold myself. I have this silicone liquid, yes. This is two components product that I bought on Amazon. You can see them now on the screen. So I'm going to give it a try. As far as quantities go, it will be eyeball to eyeball. I can't find a measuring gauge like you can find for resin or acrylic pouring. So you have to mix component A and B in equal parts, which is very convenient. What worries me a bit is that my container is quite large. This means that there will be a significant amount that will be, how I can say, that will be lost. So, first, the first component, which is blue, then the second, which is white. The order of mixing doesn't matter. Don't forget to reset the tare to 0. And then we mix carefully until the white traces disappear. I find it's very practical that the components are of different colors. It allows to be sure that the mixture is correct. So some are white for the two components, and it's more complicated to be sure that everything is well mixed. It seems okay to me. I check if I still have small white traces. Yes, a little on the sides. Well, and then we pour. According to the advice I have seen, you have to pour from quite height up. This allows the air bubbles to come up and burst on the surface. Well, clearly I'm not going to have enough. I'm scraping my cup, but it's no use. So I'm going to make a little more. This bowl is really too big. Next time, if I can't find a container that fits, I'll make my own. Here I'm going to pour what I just prepared, really hoping that it will be enough. I have a problem with the width of my container. It's flaring out, so I'm actually wasting a lot of products because of this container. I couldn't find a single calculator for silicone. If you have an idea, I'm very interested. Well, I'm a little short again. I leave it like that. I'll find a solution. And now we'll wait for the complete drying. I'm back. I actually let it dry all night. On the bottles, it says that the drying time is 3 or 4 hours, but in fact, it was far from it. It was all sticky. You can see that it comes off perfectly. Let's see the rest of it. Now I'm going to take off my tape. I have some writing on my silicone because there were logos on my container that is printed on my silicone, but no problem. We scrape a little bit and everything comes off very well. The precision cutter works very well to fix the small overhangs. That cuts super well. Attention fingers. Now I just have to remove my little stones. I remove the small pieces of silicone that I have infiltrated a little. If the mixture is okay, there is no problem. I was a little afraid because I made 2 silicone baths, but no, everything is fine as I poured them very quickly one on the other. It's okay. Of course, as you can imagine, in the next part of the video, I will use this mold with resin. That's the goal. This is where I have a little problem since I didn't have enough silicone. There is just a very, very thin layer of silicone. There, it's done. Well, for now, it doesn't look like much, but I'm happy because I like it when I make something myself and when I do something new for me. Now, I just have to remove the little pieces that are on the top of the holes and then we'll do the test with the resin. See you in a second. Here I am again. So, I fixed up my homemade mold a bit. I cut around the cavities. I'm going to pour in 2 batches. I want it to be two-tone, a deeper color on the bottom and a lighter one on the top. I'm going to pour first with a grey blue from Mrs. Colorberry Carac collection. Then I will pour about a third of the way through the holes. These pigments color very well. I put in fairly little because I don't want it to be too opaque. Oh, this color is very, very beautiful. And then I pour it slowly into my cavities. Of course, I have some resin left over, so I filled this crystal mold with from Art for Start. Now we are for the last layer of resin. I choose mother of pearl mica powder from Daily Art. I mixed about 21 grams of resin. I'm going to mix my pigments. I can't wait to see how it turns out. These pearl mica are really super pretty. I've had them for a very long time. I think they were the first ones I ever bought. They are really great pearlescent tones. A little bit of flame for the bubbles. And I'm going to pour on the crystal mold from Art for Start because I want it to be full. And then I pour into my little holes. This time it's with the resin that I'm a little short. Definitely, well, it doesn't matter if I only have 2 or 3 cavities that are not filled. try in a second the demolding. It's time to unmold. I'm going to start with the crystal mold. I hope that everything is good. It's going to be very good anyway. The molds from Art for Start are always great. I have a little work to do around the edges, a little sanding, but it's not a big deal. But honestly, these color together are super pretty. I don't have any bubbles on the bottom. It's perfect. Now let's see how my homemade mold comes out. It comes out great too. There are a little crooked cavities, so sometimes it resists, but everything comes out great. They look like frosted candy. It's fun. It can look really nice on a geode or something else. What's nice is that you can make the colors you want. In any case, it unmolds really well. I'm very, very happy with it. So this one is where I put masking tape on the bottom since I didn't have enough silicone. The top is a little bit truncated, but it's not too bad. Well, I'll speed up the video. This is the one where I didn't have enough resin, so it's only blue. Anyway, my mold works very well, even if it's not a competition mold. And even if these little stones don't look like what you can find in nature, I really like them. This is what it looks like on a white background. Because blue on my blue carpet is not so good. I'm not unhappy at all with my first try with my first mold. There are things to improve, but I'm still happy. I put some pictures at the end of the video. Look closer, it's nice. What do you think? Well, obviously it's not a professional mold, so it's quite shiny. My stones are not very shiny, so they come out as they are in reality. Well, I'm happy with my result. Tell me what you think in the comments. Thank you for watching and see you soon.